Moving on from winning the division, knowing there's other important games to go?
Oh, yeah, we're definitely focused on this week, Auburn. It's going to be a really good test, so that's what we're focused on right now.
What challenges does their defensive line present for you guys as an offensive line group?
I know for a fact every year their front seven is very talented, very physical, and we have to be able to run the ball to win the game, so got to work on that.
When you run for 330 yards against Kentucky, is that a confidence boost going into a game like this, knowing you're facing another good group?
I mean, it's good, but it's a different week and it's a whole different team. So we're focusing, on this work week, getting better.
How well do you guys on the offensive line actually personally know those guys on the defensive front? I know a lot of went to camps together and recruited on recruiting trips together. Does that make them even more interesting in this matchup for y'all?
I guess we know a lot of them, but it's the same thing every week. An SEC team, a great team, so that's what we focus on. It's going to be a big game. So,
what was the key for you guys limiting Josh Allen's ability to affect the quarterback? I mean, I'm sure you guys game planned for that.
Well, I guess our game plan was just to run the ball like we did. We weren't really too much focus on trying to stop one person. We just knew that if we played together as a team, we would do well.
How do you stay sharp or motivated when you know you've clinched a spot in the SEC title game? You guys kind of had backs to the wall the last 2 weeks. This week it's not a back to the wall game.
I think every week we have to come with the same approach. I think when you become lackadaisical and stuff like that, that's when you can slip up. And as a team, we're just working to get better because where we want to be, we have to win out the rest of the year.
Do you try and find ways to make it personal? I mean, do you try and tell yourself anything to get fired up? I mean, you seem like such a calm, relaxed guy when you're out here talking with us.
I mean, I put stress on myself. I want to be the best at every game, so that's how I put pressure on myself.
What have you guys done the last 2 weeks that's allowed you to have such success on offense after a game like you had against LSU?
A big thing for us was just working on execution, making sure that everybody knew their assignments, things like that. And then from an offensive line standpoint, just making sure our technique was better in the run game.
How much of that comes from the 2 weeks you had in between LSU and Florida? How much do you work on stuff like that?
It was pretty big. The off week that we had, we worked a lot on it. In the week leading up to the game, we worked a lot on it.
Are you able to look up and see Swift make guys miss like you did on a 20-yard touchdown run, or are you just focused on your block? I mean, did you watch it afterwards? Did you see what he did in that play?
Yeah, I saw it afterwards. I didn't see it at the time, but it's crazy how he does that. Yeah.
Do you guys watch practice all the time?
He does. He does in practice. Yeah.
Do you guys watch film together as a team? I mean, were you all in there together when you watched the Swift run?
Well, we haven't watched film as a team yet. We'll watch it today.
What did you see from Trey Hill on Saturday, kind of stepping in that situation as a really young guy?
We knew that Trey was a talented kid. He's been working very hard. And when he came into the game, he had a little mishap with the snap, but after that, he played very well for a freshman coming in and hadn't played that much earlier in the year.
And I guess with Cade playing a lot this year too, how important has it been for freshmen stepping up?
It's very important. As you can see, we have a lot of depth on our offensive line, and when one person goes down, we can continue to move. That's a good thing, trying to go to the national championship.
What would Ben Cleveland bring if he comes back? Kirby told us today that he thinks he'll be able to go. What does Ben do really well, or what does he bring?
Ben is obviously huge. He has a lot of physical presence that he brings, and then he's experienced. He's played all last year and a couple games this year, so he brings more experience to the O-line.
Andrew, I know everything goes real fast when the game is going on. When the mock went out, you ever kind of just look around and you're a sophomore and there's a Solomon there. He's a redshirt sophomore. You got freshman, redshirt freshman, and you kind of like tell yourself, man, this is pretty young out here. Did it ever hit you? Or?
To be honest, at first I didn't even notice that Lamont had got injured, and then I looked up and I saw Trey right there. But we didn't blink. We just kept rolling. That's how it goes.
How much does it help the line when you got so many skill position guys that are experienced? You don't have to open huge holes. You don't have to hold the pocket forever.
I think it makes it very good. Not very good, but very easy for us. We just have to block our guys, and then a lot of times we get the guys that we have in space. They can make somebody miss. They might run through somebody, so it makes it easier on us.
You and Isaiah, I guess, came in together last year. He redshirted and you didn't. Were y'all battling for position last year, and you kind of won out? How did that all kind of go down?
Last year, I was working when I first came out. I worked a lot at left tackle, and he was playing a little bit of right tackle. And then that's when I switched over and flipped to right tackle. And that's when I won the job.
Well, what can you say about the job he's done, kind of taking your role since you switched over this year?
Isaiah done pretty well. He's progressed so much from last year, and he's still getting better. So I'm excited to see how good he's going to get.
Andrew, what's going on the goal line right now? Kirby said you guys worked on it a lot last week. More frustrations at Kentucky. What's the emphasis right now to fix that?
We're just working on, getting our pads lower on the goal line, trying to get a little bit more push with, like QB sneaks and stuff like that, and probably implementing some more plays to help us down there.
Andrew, I'm sure you already got asked about it a little bit, but how in the heck do you guys keep from thinking about the that other team from Alabama that you know was written in pen at the end of the season?
Like I said, to get to where we want to be, we got to win out every week from here on out. And Auburn is a great team, and we're definitely focused on them right now.
You guys can handle it. Do you have any people tweeting you, or friends, or people on campus already kind of mentioning that matchup?
People, you know how people do on social media. They're going to talk about it, but we stay locked in and focused on what we have to complete.
What stands out about the Auburn team that you're going to be facing?
Just the front seven. Every year they're a great. They got physical linebackers. They got physical D linemen, so it's going to be a pretty good game.
I know he's playing mostly inside, but did you get to know Derek Brown at all? Like getting recruited or playing in high school? I don't think you guys really played each other.
I didn't know him personally. I knew of him.
What stands out about him? He's a guy who's enjoying a pretty good season.
He's a really good D tackle. We have to be ready when we play him.
Andrew, last year you guys had kind of your worst game of the year against Auburn, then turned around and beat them in the SEC championship game. What changed between the first contest and the second contest?
Well, I remember in that game, Coach Smart talked a lot about composure and discipline in that game. We lost our composure. We had so many penalties, and execution was a big thing too. We missed a lot of plays and opportunities. So this year we've just been trying to focus on that.
What lessons do you take away from those two games?
Just that you always have to be locked in. Like you can't get too overconfident. You always have to humble yourself, or somebody will humble you.
Andrew, I want to ask you about Justin Fields. I mean, with the role that he played Saturday, do you feel like there's more of like a familiarity amongst the offense of, okay, Jake's going to take most of the snaps, but Justin can come in and do this and this when he needs to?
Yeah, when Justin comes in, we don't really change too much. I mean, we just, whatever play he calls, we run it the same as if Jake was in, so yeah.
And then also, I mean, Kirby was saying that obviously to do more than run the ball. I mean, when do you think that we might see that a little more?
I'm not really sure, on the game plan. That's up to Coach Chaney and the staff. But I mean, right now he's doing a pretty good job for us.
Your last the 2 years you've been here, you've won the SEC East. Is that kind of a point of pride for your recruiting class?
Yeah, we're trying to make that the standard here. So yeah.
I mean, once you lock that up, you still got 3 games ahead of you. What do you do to keep motivated and make sure that you don't sort of start looking ahead to Bama?
We want to, get to where we were last year, and to do that, we have to win out every game. And Auburn right now is standing in the way.